Hey y'all, this is the Golden Horse, and today we are going to be ranking all of the MCU movies in order of necessity to watch before Doomsday. Now we're going to start with after Endgame, because probably a lot of people haven't watched movies after Endgame, the peak of the MCU. We had all these great movies. Not on the screen right now, as they have added some extra junk in here. We will not be rating any of that extra stuff, but after Endgame, of course, you just immediately get that Spider-Man movie. Great movie. But is it necessity to watch before Doomsday? I don't know. I don't think they're going to have, Spider-Man, Nick Fury, maybe. Um, I don't think it's really that. I don't think it's that useful. We're gonna change that right here. Little F. I don't know why F is green. But alright, so after that one we get WandaVision. Now WandaVision connects to like 20 shows, 20 things. Like after WandaVision it connects to the Marvels because you got Monica Rambeau. And then it also connects to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It also connects to the new show Vision Quest, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something too. But yeah, this one connects to a lot of things. But will any of these characters return in Doomsday? I don't know. I think they're going to return in. So, also, yeah, another thing that this connects to: the Young Avengers or Champions. So I don't really think that WandaVision will be too necessity to watch for that, but in regards to the overall MCU, it's very connected, and I'm gonna put it at C, because I don't think any of the characters will return, but it is very, very good to watch just to be up to date. Now Loki, we're not going to go into Loki. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now the Falcon is now Captain America, and he's going to be leading the other Avengers. So I think this is very, very useful. And also, Winter Soldier, he's also going to be he's in the Thunderbolts, which is that's like up there in what you should watch. But he's also going to be in Thunderbolts. So this is like basically these two friends are almost going to be rivals, or we'll see if they come together and they're not rivals. We're going to see that. So I think this is probably an S. We'll just put it up in an S because those two characters are going to return. I think it's a great show. I like it, but it was tampered with because of COVID, and then they also had like some sort of disease storyline, so they did remove some of that, so it was tampered with. But Loki, I think that, you can see it already has connected to, so Loki was going to be the stepping off point for the next big bad of the MCU. They really shouldn't have had a big bad so early without having an Avengers movie, but they had to have Thunderbolts movie, so that's good. But that was going to be the next stepping off point for the big bad, was Loki. Now I see they have Loki 1 and 2 on here, so I don't think Loki season 1 is as important as Loki season 2, the finale. So I think, because we'll probably see a lot of things based on Loki, because I feel like we're going to see a lot based on that. But Loki season 1, it's pretty good as regards to MCU. But I'm not going to spoil Loki season 2 ending. But yeah, it's definitely going to connect to the overall MCU. Into the Avengers Doomsday. But yeah, after watching season 1, it does feel like, you know, it's just ruined almost. Like you go to that climax, and it's supposed to lead up into something that's good, but then it's, you know, Ant-Man Quantumania, it's really not that good. So I don't even know if I should put this at B. But I mean, it's the first season of an S, so I guess it should be it should be at B. So Loki, very good. All right. So now we're gonna go on to a very, I think this is important, but think about Black Widow. It introduces these characters, right? But there's not much that it does with them that the other movies do better. I feel like the story in Thunderbolts was more important for the characters we're going to see in Avengers Doomsday. So Black Widow, it does have those characters though. So I think we'll probably just put it at A. I think that's safe for an necessity to watch before Doomsday. I think that's safe. You got two characters which are going to be, two characters which will return in Doomsday. Yelena and Red Guardian. So I think that's pretty good, but the movie, it's alright. After the third rewatch, you know, it gets better every time because Red Guardian, you know, you just gotta focus on the good Red Guardian scenes. then you'll be happy. All right, so we're gonna go into what if. So, what if season 1? So, what if season 2 shows what happened in the ending of Loki season 2? But it's not really much. There is a chance that they have some sort of watcher, so maybe it's like a D. You know, there's a chance there could be some sort of watcher in there. Maybe, yeah. And maybe some of the variants will go in there. We'll see. But Shang-Chi, in the end credit scene of Shang-Chi, we do see the Avengers recruiting him. And so he most definitely will return in Doomsday, I think. It's not the craziest movie or anything like that, but he's most definitely going to return in Avengers Doomsday. I mean, he's going to be part of that second team, that the real Avengers, you know, that we don't see. We don't know much about him except for Shang-Chi is definitely in him. But I don't know how much of his character we're going to, you know, see how much of his character we're going to see, because they are going to focus sort of on the X-Men as well. So I don't know how much Shang-Chi action we're going to see in Avengers Doomsday, but he's part of the Avengers, so I think that deserves an A. And moving on to Eternals, I think that's just going to be canned. Eternals. Oh boy. Eternals. You know, even the end credit scene, nothing. There's just nothing. There's just nothing in Eternals. I don't even know. What do I... There's just nothing. The end credit scene, both of them, they didn't do anything with both of those end credit scenes. The characters... Ooh, okay. So, we do see something come up from the ocean that's very pinnacle to Captain America Brave New World. So if you're going to watch Captain America Brave New World, you could probably watch Eternals before that. But other than that, I mean, you don't really need to know where that comes from. It doesn't really matter where that giant beast in the ocean, how it even got there. It just happened. So Hawkeye is not okay. So for champions, Hawkeye is very useful. Champions, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is the Young Avengers. It's also known as the Champions. I don't know why they're gonna have it named the Young Avengers. They said they don't want to minimize the Avenger name, but then they go ahead and say the Thunderbolts is the new Avengers in the marketing. So it's like, well, kind of go against what you're gonna say. But Hawkeye, yeah. If you search up an AI, it says he's not gonna return. There could be a chance you could see a little Hawkeye action, but I don't know. It's kind of like he's in the sidelines, and after what they did to the actor, maybe he's not going to return, and what happened to the actor as well. All right, so the next one is Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I think Spider-Man: No Way Home, just from the rumors, I mean, there's a lot of rumors that the characters we see come in are going to return. Those beloved characters. I don't want to spoil it, but such a great movie. Is this No Way Home? Yeah, great movie. Great villains. And I don't think the main character, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is going to return because he's got Brand New Day. No, Brand New Day. They have Captain America Brave New World and Spider-Man Brave New Day. No, Brand New. Wait, what? I don't even know what I'm doing. Brave New World and Brand New Day. So I don't know why they're being cheesed like that with those two lame titles. But yeah, I think No Way Home is 100% necessity to watch. Great movie. I give it 5 stars out of 5. And just great movie. Ties together all 7 of those Spider-Man movies, and it just gets you wanting more Spider-Man movies. So, excited to see the Brave New World, which I don't know if that would be... Well, that should be a necessity to watch before Doomsday, because there probably will be an end credit scene. Because their end credit scenes have been very good, leading into future movies. Very good end credit scenes. So, Moon Knight... People like the character and the show, so there is a possibility that Moon Knight could return. But it's unlikely. But so we're gonna put it at a D. But Multiverse of Madness, I think people hate this movie, and I don't think they would want to bring any characters from that movie, except maybe the one that goes through dimensions. But I couldn't see them using any characters. I just don't think that's a necessity to watch. Miss Marvel, necessity watch for Champions, Young Avengers, but regardless of that, I don't really think, unless you want to see some damage control action and see what else the damage control dev's done, I don't think it's really a necessity to watch before that. But for Champions, she's going to be in that. Kate Bishop's going to be in that. The person from WandaVision is going to be in that. The kids. Probably the person from Ant-Man Quantumania is going to be in that. And maybe from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Either the new Falcon or the kid. So we'll have to see about that. But Thor 4. I like the movie. It's not... I like the movie as in 7 out of 10. Is that how much I got? Probably. I'm checking, but I think that's about right. It, of course, the end credit scenes aren't going to be useful. Thor is returning, but is he going to return in a comedic way, full comedy? as in Thor 4. From the first trailer, we don't see him return in full comedy mode. But we do see the daughter return. So I think it's pretty necessity to watch. I don't know how much they're going to lean in on that character, but I think it's pretty good. I Am Groot, if that counts. Isn't Groot dead? I'm just gonna put an F. Groot is, they're not having any Guardians. Guardians aren't gonna return in Avengers Doomsday. In Secret Wars, probably. We'll see about that. She-Hulk, no. We have She-Hulk in there. We have Abomination in there. We got, let me see. What's going on? Keeps on double up my notifications on my watch. I don't know what's going on there, but so we have She-Hulk, Abomination, and Wong. Wong, we could see return, but not as a goofball. Abomination, I don't think so. So She-Hulk, I feel they need a team-up movie with all these characters, and just make it. Just slap a bunch of characters together from all these dumpy shows like She-Hulk, Moon Knight. What's another one? Echo, I guess. Ironheart. Well, she's gonna be in the Young Avengers. Wonder Man. And what's another one? It's another bad thing. Just those 4 characters, I guess. But just slap them together, make a little team-up movie that they battle a guy, and then have it led by just some random director that it's probably going to be good. And then we'll, just do that. Just make another team-up movie. What's going to be the hurt? Couple million? I mean, that's how much you're hurting in all these other junk with a one character show. Make a team-up movie. Couldn't be that much more expensive to get the Wonder Woman actor, the She-Hulk actor, the Moon Knight actor, and what was another one? See, I don't even know. Echo actor. Couldn't be that much. Couldn't be that much money. Alright, so She-Hulk is an F. Werewolf by Night. I haven't watched it, so it's gonna be an F. Wakanda Forever. I probably shouldn't even rate it. We'll just do it. Wakanda Forever. We get a trailer for Wakanda Forever returning in Doomsday. I don't know why that's important for them to show. It's not the best movie. Not the best movie of recent times, but apparently they will return. I mean, they show all these characters returning. So I guess they're coming back. But I'm just gonna leave it a B because I don't really think it's that important. It's not that bad of a movie. Probably like a 3 out of 5. But not that good. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. We get to find out what happens about Mantis, and we get to see more about the dog. So if you want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and you wonder what the dog is about, and you haven't watched Holiday Special, that's what the dog is about. And so, alright, now there's Ant-Man Quantumania. Ant-Man Quantumania. So this one is the, what do you call it? Destroyed vision for the next future of the MCU. The canned vision of the MCU right here. Now, Ant-Man, will he be returning? I have no clue. I should have a clue here. I should really look at the cast here for Doomsday, but I don't know. I think they're going to stay far away from anything like that. But Paul Rudd looks like it might be returning. So Paul Rudd will return, but does that mean that you need to watch this movie? Probably not. We're just gonna put it like at a C. You know, it has, they might say something about Kang. They might have something about that. Why is Kang just not there? What's about the Council of Kangs? And the actor, the person dropped charges on the actor, so it might be free reign for them to just talk a little bit about Kang in there. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We see them all part ways. I think Chris Pratt is probably going to come back in some way, shape, or form. Somewhere. Definitely, he needs MCU. He's not, just like the Russos need the MCU as well. Chris Pratt didn't do very well in his other movie. What is that? It's that robot movie. Electric State. That's what it is. Alright. But all these characters, probably not going to return. Secret Invasion. The bane of the MCU's existence. Did that even make sense? I don't know. But so Secret Invasion, it does well in like the first episodes. I think it does well in those first 7 episodes is it? And in the 8th episode, it's like what happened? What's going on? What's going on here? Why does the Super Skrulls have 8 powers or 10 or 14 or however many powers they have? Like, just give them 1 power. And like, if they're cool, they can have 4 powers. They can have all 4 of the Fantastic Four's powers. And then it can be very cool. But have like 50 powers on 1 guy is just insane. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how that got past Kevin Feige, because like, that's every person's DNA inside 1 Skrull. Doesn't make any sense. Oh my goodness. So, Secret Invasion, not too good. I am Groot. Also, I don't think that's going to return. It's just a little cute little show. I am Groot. Doesn't really add much, but it's just a cute little Groot show. If you like Groot, you can just watch it. But the Marvels, Captain Marvel, I don't know. I couldn't see them. If they try to bring Captain Marvel, it's going to be a little tough, because Captain Marvel is very strong, so I don't know if they would bring back Captain Marvel. But the person here will return in Champions, so you could probably watch that for that. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too good. Gave it a 3 out of 5. Might be a 2.5 out of 5. In retrospect. But now we move on to What If Season 2, where they just catch a slight glimpse of something that happened in Loki Season 2. So it's like, oh, this is a little... So if you want to watch that, after Loki Season 2, you can just watch the ending of What If. And you can see that slight glimpse of what happened in there. But I just watched that, and I don't know, maybe Doctor Doom, yeah, Doctor Doom will take, some of those Watchers' powers. As he does in the comics, he takes the Beyonders' powers so that he's able to make his own universe. So maybe that's what he's going to do. So we can, put it as a C, because maybe that's something he might do. He might take that person's powers. But then they wouldn't have a What If Season 3 if he kills the Watcher. But maybe he just kills the other guy, whoever that guy's name is. So now we have Echo. I have not watched that, and I don't think it's useful to watch. So that's also going to go up here in the didn't watch it because you just don't need to. Echo, it's already coming from a D, and then we're going to have this Echo. So it's already, come on. If it's a side character and something I already give a D, it's probably going to be enough. So we'll just say that. But we also have X-Men 97, the show. That's interesting. If you don't know the X-Men's powers, I guess you could watch X-Men the show, So I'm just going to give it a little D. Because if you don't know the X-Men's powers, they are going to return, but it's not going to be these X-Men. It's going to be some other X-Men. So you can watch that. Now Deadpool, I'm pretty sure he's returning as Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. Let me see here. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, because they said he's going to return and everything. Someone said that. I don't know who that was. They said he's going to be the new next Stan Lee. Like, he's going to have a little cameo in all the movies. So that would be interesting. It would be nice to have some sort of cameo each movie. Keep the movies together, just like they were in the Infinity Saga. Just keep them together with a little cameo. That would be a little bit cool. So Deadpool and Wolverine also has the TVA in there, and probably we'll see some of these characters return in future. Alright, so moving on, we'll see the characters return in Doomsday for sure. But, you can just watch Wolverine if you want to see Wolverine. Instead of, you can watch X-Men Days of Future Past. They don't have that on this, but I'd say if you don't know the X-Men, just go ahead and watch X-Men Days of Future Past. Great movie. That would be at the S of the top here. I don't know how to add anything to this, but we'll just go ahead and say watch that. But now we're moving on. There's a lot less at the bottom here. I got lost there for a second. Agatha, I couldn't see her returning. What If Season 2? I guess this would kind of go there. But this random show, it's so chintzy because they're trying to have everything be the same universe now, and they're gonna reset it so it's all the same universe. They had the multiverse saga, but it's like, where is this character gonna return? This little guy. It's like, it's chintzy because it's part of the MCU multiverse, just so that you can watch it. Basically, they're just saying it so that you watch the show. It's like, oh yeah, it's part of the multiverse. Go watch it. I don't think it's going to return. I think they're just saying it's part of the multiverse. I don't think it has anything's going to happen. Alright, so now they're moving on to a doozy movie, Captain America Brave New World. Now, Captain America Brave New World is the sequel to Incredible Hulk and Eternals. So, but also, so we see Thaddeus Ross, who, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, which is going to be why the Thunderbolt is named Thunderbolts, but then they changed that to a different reason. And they also didn't want to have Dark Avengers, so they changed that. But the characters in this, we're going to see Falcon return, probably War Machine, I think he was in there for a second. Red Hulk, I don't think so. But this guy is going to return, but it's not that good of a movie. But we do see Sebastian Stan as Captain America in this movie. He's trying to be Captain America, and we see him being Captain America. So, and that's what we're going to see more of in Avengers Doomsday. Actually, why is Captain America returning, the real one, and then we're going to have this Captain America? It doesn't make any sense. It's just because they went all out for Endgame, and then they're going all out again, without any breaks in between, like a little Avengers movie. They're just going, let's go all out, now let's go all out again, with nostalgia. Yeah. Period. So, we're going to see him again. So that's pretty much a B. I mean, it's not that necessary to watch, but you can watch it because he will return. But now we're reaching Thunderbolts. Daredevil probably won't return. He's probably going to say his own separate thing. So let's put him over here. But Thunderbolts, we are reaching now. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. I mean, it's seeming like those are like double S's. Those are really, really necessary to watch because they're gonna have those two teams, and then of course the Avengers, who haven't died, return. So we'll just say Thunderbolts is an S. It's a great movie, a very good movie. Better than Fantastic Four, better than everything else in here. Maybe not No Way Home. I mean, No Way Home's great, so. But Thunderbolts, just a great team-up movie, and we really need more team-up movies if they're going to want us to care about these dumb characters. Like She-Hulk and Ironheart, Let's see here. What's another one? Oh, Moon Knight, and I'm not talking about team-up movies, where they just introduce 10 characters at once, Eternals. So, Thunderbolts, great movies. We get someone from Ant-Man and the Wasp. We get a couple people from Black Widow. We get someone from Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is also why that's up here too. So yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that this person from Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that's 3 people who's going to be up top. I don't know if they're going to focus that much on U.S. Agent, but he's going to be there for sure. He's going to be part of Thunderbolts. So we have Ironheart, which is going to be for the champions, but I don't think she's going to be useful. I don't think she's going to be needing to be watched. Okay. But Fantastic Four, for sure. It's like a 4 to 5. But it's it's necessary to watch, because they're going to introduce all these characters, or they're not going to introduce, they're going to bring back all these characters, and we see the end credit scene of Thunderbolts. Something's going to happen, and this is, we're going to see Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, the X-Men, and the Avengers all in the same movie. So maybe that's a dream come true. But we'll see if it is. So just imagine the X-Men there. But now we go into Eyes of Wakanda. Wasn't that bad of a show, I think the intro, I like the intro with the little chalk animation, pretty good. But the animation otherwise wasn't that good. But yeah, I guess if Wakanda Forever is useful, maybe that would make Eyes of Wakanda useful, but no characters from this show will return, basically. I mean, the place will return, but otherwise, no. So, Marvel Zombies, I couldn't see that being useful. But Wonder Man, great show, but I mean, I don't see him returning, But it is a great show, great character, and he's going to return in Wonder Man Season 2, that's for sure. He's going to return in Wonder Man Season 2. But yeah. And that team-up movie with Wonder Woman, or Wonder Man, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and and someone. And Hawkeye, because they don't like him. But yeah, so Wonder Man, I think he probably will return because it's a great show. So he'll probably return in something. So we're just gonna say D. And there's a slight chance he makes some sort of appearance of something. So that was it for the first. That's for all the new movies. So if you already watched the Infinity Saga, then you don't have to worry. There's all these other shows in here, but those aren't really necessary. But if you haven't watched the Infinity Saga, then you're crazy. Because Iron Man, great movie. I mean, he's dead, but it kind of, it's kind of made the MCU, so it's like, he's going to be returning, his plan will be returning, but we'll just put it at A, because the characters won't be returning, although, not even the War Machine will be returning. Not the same War Machine. Won't be returning. It's going to be a different War Machine from Iron Man 2. Even if there's going to be War Machine. If you're looking from this cast list, maybe not. But there's a high chance that he does return. And Iron Man is a great movie. So this is we'll just give you the list of, all this new stuff. If you're just looking for the new stuff, I'd say, it's pretty useful to watch. But Black Widow might be an S. But, it's not too crazy. So, that's pretty much it for the first half. But I think Iron Man is going to go in A. We're going to go inside and say Iron Man 2. It won't be as necessary to watch because it's not the first one. Thor, but Thor is going to return, and it's going to be more of a serious tone, it looks like, from the trailer. So you'll be seeing more of that type of character, and Loki is going to return. So I think that's an S right there. Incredible Hulk won't return, and not even the same actor. I don't understand what's happening with that. Where's Hulk? But Captain America apparently is coming back. I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess that means it's an S, since he is returning. Great movie. You know, Captain America 1 does have also the Winter Soldier in it, so I think that gives it more of an S tier. Because if it didn't have the Winter Soldier, you might just boot it down to A, you know. But it does have the Winter Soldier as well. Now, Iron Man 3, it kind of goes against the plan that we will be seeing executed in Doomsday. So I don't think, it's like going against. It's a great movie, but it's going against that. But I mean, if you're gonna watch Wonder Man, you should watch Iron Man 3. But it's going against the plan, by destroying all the suits. But I think it's a great movie. I think I give it a 4.5 out of 5. I just randomly, some random movies you're getting a rating from me. But if you want the full ratings, you can look at my account, Letterboxd. But Thor: The Dark World, Loki and Thor are going to be returning, so we'll just put it in A. Captain America: Winter Soldier, great movie, put that in A. Guardians of the Galaxy, great movie, but won't be returning. So will Ronan be returning? No. What will the Collector be returning? No. Will they be going to nowhere again? Oh boy. I'm not seeing anything. See, in my all-knowing mind, that anything's returning from Guardians of the Galaxy. But it is a great movie, and you should definitely watch all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Back to back. No, you gotta watch Avengers Infinity War, right? And Endgame, and then you can watch number 3. But Avengers Age of Ultron, we see firsthand that vision, which we will be seeing Doctor Doom try to actually do. Same mask, or different mask, same task. And if you want to know what that vision is, it is a suit of armor around the world. So that's what the vision is. And that's what Doctor Doom will be trying to do. And we see what happened when Iron Man tried to do that, and we're going to see what happens when Doctor Doom tries to do that. So now we go ahead and see Ant-Man, which, if he, according to the Letterboxd thing, he is returning. See, Ant-Man 2 is more, Ant-Man 2 is, why is this a B? Okay, we'll put it, I think it'll be, sort of an A, we're going to put it an A. But Ant-Man the Wasp is much more, necessary to watch, because you get the character who's now in Thunderbolts, and you also got, Ant-Man in there as well, who's probably going to be returning, because he's Ant-Man. But we have Civil War here, see the Avengers fight, and all these characters are very important, even though that some might not be returning. Hawkeye, some died as well, but some might not be returning. But great movie to watch. You should watch all the Infinity Saga, but if you're just looking for a quick watch here, we're just giving you all the S's. Doctor Strange, something happened where he's not the master anymore, but he probably will return in Secret Invasion, Secret War. See, I should know better than to say that. But necessity to watch before Doomsday. Yeah, we'll just put it here. Wait, that's still F. Okay. Trying to put it up one bar, but it's still F. Alright. So, there's a slight chance. But we'll just go ahead and say Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So we got the two villains. Yeah. I mean, it's too bad. It's a great movie. But as regards to before Doomsday, there's nothing returning. So it's too bad for that. But great movie. Spider-Man Homecoming. So we see Iron Man in here. He's not executing any plans. Spider-Man won't be in there. So we see the actor. So I guess that's a D. But Thor Ragnarok, I mean, awesome movie. It's just going in S. That's just what's gonna happen. S tier. It's got Thor in there. It's got Loki. It's got Hulk, and it's got the beautiful humor that Taika Waititi gave to it, but then stripped Thor of in Thor 4. Just horrendous. But, Thor 4, it wasn't terrible, but it was not Thor 3. Thor 3 is great, and just has a ton of funny moments, and really just, it's at the peak of the MCU, where just everyone's going to the movies and to watch, let's go watch, boom, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Thor Ragnarok, just peak right there. Peak MCU. And then we have Black Panther, who died. I mean, come on. But I guess the characters are returning. So, we got some characters returning. So, I think it's as important as Wakanda Forever. So we'll just put it at B, Avengers Infinity War, I mean, are you joking? Did you not watch this yet? I mean, come on. Avengers Infinity War. Dare I say best MCU movie? No. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I love Avengers Infinity War. I love Avengers. Great movie. I love Avengers Endgame. And I think I'm also going to add Thor Ragnarok to my 5 out of 5 list for the MCU movies. And it'll probably be in my top 5, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. My MCU ranked list will be coming soon, re-ranked. I already ranked them, but I will be re-ranking them because I have watched the MCU movies again. And I'm just going to be able to put, Captain America above Hulk, because I think I have Hulk above Captain America, the old one, but I think that Captain America is better after my rewatch, But now we see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and we're going to see that character return from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't know what's up with her, problem, and her, I guess, quantum disease. We don't see any of that touched on in Thunderbolts. Sorry for my squeaky chair, but we don't see any of that touched on in Thunderbolts. And we probably won't see any of that touched on, but we will see the character return, and we'll also see Ant-Man and the Wasp return. And also, on a side note, this one also connects to WandaVision. Like, this one behind connects. There's a character from this that goes into WandaVision. There's a character from... I just lost it. Oh, character from Thor. There it goes into WandaVision. The character is Jimmy Woo, and the character from Thor is Nancy, something along those lines. But now we move on to Captain Marvel, which Yeah, that's just enough. I mean, there's no need to watch Captain Marvel. I mean, you can pretty much just already know, like, oh, Captain Marvel, she's powerful. Okay, that's it. It's a one-note character. It's like having to watch, Man of Steel before Justice League. It's like, well, I already know Superman is Superman. But now we have Endgame, and of course, it's an S. So that's pretty much all of the MCU movies. I hope they didn't miss any of these movies. I mean, they have Wonder Man, so they must have everything on here. So I don't think they missed anything. But they did miss the X-Men, which I think X-Men Days of Future Past, if you're looking for what to watch, get all these movies and X-Men Days of Future Past. Because these are all the ones that will be returning. And then, you got more time, just, watch the A category. And then, just keep on going down. And don't watch the F. Except for Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it's great movies, but they will not be returning in Avengers Doomsday. So this is the full list. Let's see if I can get it fully in view. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that is the full list of everything to watch before Doomsday. If you're looking for what to watch, you haven't watched, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, I didn't rank this top one. If I did, then, let's just put, some Avengers up there, Why? Falcon and Winter Soldier just doesn't want to leave the top. But yeah, we'll just put, some up there. But yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier, you probably haven't watched that one, but it's got the characters that will be returning. Thunderbolts, got those characters. Fantastic Four. And those are the new ones. No Way Home. You got the spoiler characters, which are going to return. Most likely. Spider-Man will not be returning, but those spoiler characters will be returning. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This little guide on what to watch before Doomsday. And if you liked this video, please let me know. It's very long, and I hope you stuck out to the end. Watching it at work, watching it while playing games, make it easy on yourself. You don't have to just watch this video all by itself. But if you did, that's cool too. So I'll see y'all in the next video.